Have you ever felt misunderstood, like no one truly hears you? You try to explain, but they don't get it. You repeat yourself, and still silence. You start to wonder, are they the problem? I used to think that too, until I learned something that completely changed how I see people. They're not idiots. They're just different. Different minds, different fears, different ways of seeing the world. Once I understood that, everything changed. I stopped reacting, and I started observing. Suddenly, the people around me made sense. It felt like I had found a hidden map to human behavior. The first time I met a red. Years ago, I worked with a man named David. He walked into every room like a storm. His voice was loud. His steps were quick. When he talked, everyone listened. Or got out of the way. At first, I thought he was arrogant. He interrupted people, finished their sentences, and moved on before anyone could respond. One day, I finally said, "David, can you slow down? You're making everyone nervous." He looked at me and said, "Nervous people slow down the work." That sentence used to make my blood boil. But now I see he wasn't being cruel. He was a red. A person driven by action, speed, and results. He didn't see impatience as rude. He saw it as efficiency. To him, time was life. Every second mattered. And once I spoke to him in his language. Short, clear, confident, everything changed. He started listening. Because I had finally learned how to speak red. Then came the yellow. Her name was Lucy. You could hear her laughter from across the office. She had 100 ideas before lunch. And forgot 99 of them by dinner. She was full of energy, like walking sunshine. At first, I didn't take her seriously. She jumped from one project to another. Left things unfinished and always said, "Don't worry, it'll work out." I used to roll my eyes. But one day I realized something. When Lucy walked into the room, the energy changed. People smiled. Meetings that used to drag suddenly felt light and creative. She wasn't disorganized. She was a yellow. She dreams out loud, lights every room. And makes the team feel alive. She saw possibilities where others saw limits. When I stopped trying to make her focus. And instead listen to her enthusiasm. She became unstoppable. Her ideas didn't always land. But when they did, they lit up everything. Yellows remind us that joy is power. And sometimes, enthusiasm does more than logic ever could. The quiet green. Not everyone shines loudly. Some people glow quietly. There was a coworker named Mia. She never argued, never interrupted. She nodded, smiled, and helped everyone else before herself. For months, I thought she was shy. Or maybe too soft to lead. But when things fell apart, when deadlines slipped, and tempers rose, Mia was the one who held everyone together. She brought coffee to the stressed ones. She listened when others complained. She brought peace without saying much. That's when I realized she was a green, the calm center of chaos, the one who values harmony over competition. Greens don't shout, but their silence is strength. They may not speak first, but when they do, it's with kindness. If you know a green, slow down. Listen gently, because their heart is their language. The blue, the perfectionist. Then there's the blue. Careful, thoughtful, always prepared. My friend Sam is one of them. He never speaks without data. He triple checks everything from numbers to grammar. And it used to drive me crazy. Once we were planning a presentation together. I finished my slides in 2 hours. He took 3 days. When I complained, he said quietly, I just want it to be right, not fast. At that moment, I understood. He wasn't slow, he was thorough. He saw what I missed. His details saved us from embarrassing mistakes, more than once. Blues don't move fast, but they move, surely. Their calm is not hesitation, it's precision. They remind us that quality matters more than speed. When colors collide. But here's where it gets messy. Put all these colors together, and chaos begins. The red wants it fast. The blue wants it perfect. The yellow wants it fun. The green wants it peaceful. Sound familiar? That's every meeting. Every family. Every friendship. I used to think conflict was failure. Now I know it's difference. We fight, not because we hate each other, but because we speak different emotional languages. When I started learning those languages, everything changed. With reds, I learned to be bold. With yellows, to be open and warm. With greens, to be patient and kind. With blues, to be clear and logical. That wasn't manipulation, it was empathy. It was love with awareness. At work and in life, I started seeing colors everywhere. In the office, I noticed reds lead, yellows inspired, greens balanced, blues perfected. And the best teams had all four. When one color dominated, things fell apart. Too many reds, chaos. Too many yellows, talk, no action. Too many greens, peace, no progress. Too many blues, planning, no movement. But when they blended, it worked. Reds pushed the team ahead. Yellows lifted everyone's mood. Greens kept the peace. Blues turned ideas into reality. That's when I understood. Great leaders don't control people. They connect colors. The real transformation. Awareness is power. It's not about changing who you are. It's about understanding who you are. Your boss isn't rude. He's focused. Your friend isn't lazy. She's afraid to fail. Your partner isn't cold. They're protecting their peace. Everyone is trying to survive in their own color. When you stop judging, you start connecting. When you start understanding, you stop reacting. That's emotional maturity. Seeing through the noise into the person beneath. And slowly, life gets quieter. Conversations become softer. You start to see beauty where you once saw problems. You realize we're not surrounded by idiots. We're surrounded by teachers. Reds teach courage. Yellows teach hope. Greens teach compassion. Blues teach wisdom. Together, we make humanity in color. So the next time someone drives you crazy, pause before you react. Ask yourself, what color are they? Because once you see that, you can't unsee it. You'll realize there are no idiots here, only humans trying to be understood. If this video helped you find peace, you'll love the next one. Don't believe everything you think.